is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Good morning. Roz, your fingers have been busy. I know that. Telling everybody the correct code. You see, anybody can make a mistake, and I did. I typed it incorrectly. I apologize to everyone. Oh my goodness. That's the way it goes. Hi, Ella. Welcome, Nadine, Raquel. Daisy, Lee, Hildy, Gladys. Wow, Roz, you've been busy.
And Adiela is on the line through my
Oh, wonderful.
phone. So add one. We're up to 20. A miracle.
Don't ever say that our supreme God doesn't give miracles. Karen, see, Karen is here. There she is.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Juanita. Wow, this has been a miracle. Well, it was my fault. Kathy, William, Ilana, and Roz, do you see Ile is on with us too, to surprise for you. And
Oh!
you see, so here we are, and this has been a miracle. And our beautiful, I will not do it again, say Swami's last name. Roz, you said you were practicing. Okay, you do it.
I don't know, Sankarananda, something like that.
He's
We
laughing.
have to get more lessons.
He said the practice is everything. So, okay. Well, here we are, and we are so grateful that you all joined us. I can't even believe it that this happened, but okay. That's the way of the world. Mistakes, they should never be any worse than what we had today. That's it. And I will be very careful next time I type. It's been a hard week for me. I had a lot of things going on, so I forgive myself. Thank you, dear Etta. So that's the kind of week I've had, but thank you all. I
Thank you,
love
Etta, for
you all.
demonstrating forgiveness at its best.
That's
Apologies and forgiveness.
absolutely, Roz. Yes, I apologize to myself. It's been a rough week, and here we are all together in love. That's it. Oh, I'm so glad to see Karen. You look wonderful, even though she's sick. She looks wonderful. She's got a bad cold and, well, okay, we'll take all that into consideration and I'll send you all some beautiful, beautiful things here from me to you because I love you all. Joanne, welcome. I was wondering with the fires in North Carolina if you would get to us, but you're here. That's wonderful. So let's get started with a meditation and then we can all settle in. And Swami would like us to have questions for him. So I love that. I think that's wonderful. And I think that would be a good thing. So think in your mind what you'd like to ask the Swami. So in the meantime, I will play a meditation so we can all get in that quiet, wonderful mood of that. Okay, here we will go. Okay, share. Oh, now you're not going to give me trouble, are you? Not at all. Okay, there we go. I can't do it now. All right. Well, we got 21 here. So, uh, Roz, will you do us a favor and do a short little meditation? Just a few words from you, and then we'll
Okay.
get started. Thank you.
Just a reminder that with 7 planets aligned and the new moon, very special, fertile ground for planting intentions. So relax and turn away from the cares of the day, unplugging from the noise out there and plugging into the source, having the intention to download, to stream live from the supreme source, the peace and love, to be in the company as if a cocoon of love, with the intention to see ourselves as God sees us, to see each other as He sees everyone, and to lift our consciousness into God's world and absorb our souls in His loving presence. Breathing in the love, exhaling any fear, worry, or doubt. Expanding your heart, letting go of anything no longer serving you to make more room for the download of his peace, his love, and his power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Say it with us. Om Shanti. Thank you, Raz. Now, I know everybody loves that. You've got hearts given to you all over the place. Thank you, Raz. You're an angel walking on this earth. And now she's going to say, I tell her that too much, but it's true. So now we want you to all think about a question you'd like to have for our Swami. I won't even do it to say the name. I won't do it. Swami, I have a question for you this morning. We're
Yes,
living
sure.
in a world that's in chaos, and all of us, everyone that's on here, all 21 of us, are trying to take one day at a time and get through the days as they are now. What advice can you give to us to help each one of us get through these days with all the problems and all the things that are going on in the world in chaos? What advice can you give to us to keep our peace and get through each day? Good morning, dear Swami.
Good morning, dear. Good morning, dear. Um, Shravana, listen. I'll share something. It's connected to dear Sister Etta and Sister Raz. Thank you, and everyone. Very good to be back with you. We were together just 4 weeks ago, and so grateful for this opportunity to be back with you today. This Thursday morning, I'll be starting the drive south towards you, and we'll be with some of you physically, and very grateful for this. So I laugh when Sister Etta and then Sister Raz chime in with the name and the pronunciation of the name. I'm not laughing at you, you see. It's very funny, and I'll share an observation, and it is directly related to the question that you're asking and the answer that I gave. I gave a one-word answer, which is Shravana, to listen. The other way we can translate it is to be present, to be fully present in this moment, not in the past, not in the future, not in some place that I prefer, not in some imaginary place, but just to be fully present here and now. Turns out here and now is actually perfect. But whenever I come back to my ideas and my preferences, then I'll find imperfection. So, in India, there are over 100 different dialects, over 100 different dialects, over 100 different ways of pronouncing words. Honest to goodness. And so many here have heard in the Vedic tradition, there are these mantras, these words, these vibrations all through it. And in Brahma Kumaris, in the tradition that you're given, some of these are present as well. For example, Raja Yoga. How do you pronounce Raja? How do you pronounce Raja properly? How do you pronounce yoga properly? So in Hindi, it's not pronounced yoga, it's pronounced yog. Which one is correct? Is yoga correct or is yog correct? Mantras such as Om Namah Shivaya, is that the correct pronunciation? And we'll hear that we need to strive to pronounce these mantras correctly, that we need to strive to pronounce them correctly. And the mind will tell us, I need to perfect it like that. I have to get it I have to get it perfect. But how do you do that? According to who? According to who? According to the left or the right? Who do you please here? Who do you get it right according to? Because whatever you choose, someone will disagree with you.
Yes.
Someone will say that's not correct. Someone will say that's not it. So who do you choose? And then why do I even bother practicing if I can't get it right? And so it's an interesting question, isn't it? I'm giving you a real question.
Yes.
So we're told we're supposed to pronounce it properly. And here Etta is trying to pronounce Shankarananda properly, but I don't pronounce it properly according to many. And so who's supposed to teach her how to pronounce it? Does it mean that it doesn't matter? No, it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. Life matters. Our time here matters. So what to do? Considering that according to at least half of the world, I will always be wrong. Even to myself, for goodness sakes. Even within my own mental, emotional world, I will often be wrong. And so, who to please? So the practice, I answered dear Sister Etta with this. I said, it's the practice. It's the practice that's important. What is the practice? The practice is to listen. You see, in order to listen, you have to be present here and now. Now, the issue for us, and when you're present here and now, there's no problem. This is actually the English word obedience. In the Christian tradition, anyone who has familiarity with the Christian tradition would recognize the word obedience, which sounds like it means to do what someone else says, but it doesn't. Actually, if you look at the genesis of the word obedience, it means to listen. To listen. To listen to what? Normally, what we call our real life, our life of striving and attainment like this, where I'm trying to get something normally. What do I hear when someone speaks? To be honest, I hear my own idea about what they're saying. I hear my own idea about what they're saying. Look, you see it in this time. Some words are said, and different people, according to their own perspective, their own way of seeing, their own way of hearing, hear two completely different meanings. Do you see that?
Yes.
One group of people say he means this. Another group of people say he means that. Do you see?
Yes.
But the words were spoken. Why is there any issue? The words mean something. What do they mean? Well, we would have to ask the speaker of the words, what do you mean by that? But we're so full of ourselves in this time that we can't find the time to listen, to ask, which is vichara, to inquire, and then to listen, which is shravana, which is also this word obedience. And asking and listening are absolute requirements to find awakening or peace or joy or love. Because what we're each dealing with is conditioned minds. And the conditioning is different for each and every one of us. I shared when we were together last last time, Peace Pilgrim's way of relating the way of peace. And she said to overcome wrong with right, falsehood with truth, and hatred with love. She's speaking of universal values, not wrong, but right. What we call righteousness, or the divine virtues. Love, obedience, listening, compassion, serving, wishing well. Like this. These are the divine virtues. So overcome wrong, what the wrong way, with what the right way. To listen, to be kind, to be considerate, to be compassionate, to love others as we ourselves wish to be loved.
But Swami, the thing is that it's hard to love people that are challenging
It
our
is hard.
peace.
It is hard. Well, you say challenging peace. No, they're challenging my ideas.
Okay, challenging my
Again, you'll see
ideas.
it half the country,
Yes,
like that. So I like when someone doesn't challenge my ideas. I don't like when someone does challenge my ideas and beliefs.
the chaos that's alive in this country and Europe, all over the world, that chaos that we come up against every day. We come up against it every day.
It's
It's
it is
real difficult to keep.
it
I
is
want my peace. I love my peace. I love the way I feel when I'm full of peace and love and happiness and joy.
Absolutely. And you asked what to do, and the one word answer I give is to be fully present in this moment, to engage in a practice that helps us to be fully present. Because in this time, our ideas are being challenged.
Yes,
And yet,
that's
peace is a real thing, and peace is not outside, it is
no.
in the center of the heart. And if when I experience challenge, if I combat the challenge, in other words, if I come out instead of coming within, then I've gone the wrong direction.
Mm.
This time is giving us this great opportunity to come in first before I go out.
Yes,
And
introspective.
this is the needful.
Yes,
And a time like this really proves it to us. It's always been this way. It's always been a requirement for one to be at peace to come within before we go out.
mm.
If we can use the word God, and there's so many different words used, and this little word has taken on such outsized significance in terms of a rallying cry for so many parts of society. It's not a bad word. It's a word that's pointing to your own reality, your own reality, the underlying reality of this world and the underlying reality of each of us. Just a word. And it's pointing to what is real, which is peace is real and it's at the center of us. Intuition, wisdom is real. It doesn't go away because the world gets crazy. It gets harder for me. But I didn't come here for an easy life. If I came here for an easy life, why bother? I came here for a hard life. I came here to be challenged. Because in this precious birth, in this little bit of time, in this little time that I have in this birth, I wish to take hold in peace and love. And these are innate qualities. They're in me. And so I need the challenge that the world can give me so that I can take shelter in the Lord, which is the Lord of the heart. This is the needful. And if I go out first, I'm reacting from the conditioned mind, and nothing but ashanti, nothing but the opposite of peace will come of it.
Yes.
But if I act by centering within the love and the peace that are at my center, I can say centering in the Lord, Buddha, whatever, in the principles of Brahma Kumaris, I can say this. To do what the Morales are telling us, what they're guiding us to, first, and to work with this reactive nature and the conditioning to make this movement second nature for me. To center first, and finally to train this reactive nature such that I'm centering first. Listen before I speak. This is what I mean. Listen to what? Listen to my heart. The emotions? No, not the emotions. Listen to my heart, which is of the nature of the eternal, the absolute, the Lord of the universe, who is not apart from me. This is the needful. If I react first, I will just exacerbate this. I will just make it worse.
Wow, that's a great answer to that. So we should go within and find our peace deep in our hearts, and we'll be able
And
to
in this time, we need to
live
do
in
it
this time. Yes,
first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and do our doggone best every moment during the day to stay centered within the heart.
beautiful.
That's what I meant by practice. It's about practice.
It's about practice.
You can't
Yes,
expect that you're going to be perfect. You can't tell yourself I am perfect. What we tell ourselves is I need to practice, and this is a great opportunity for practice. And my goodness, it is.
yes. You are right. You're so right, always. I know Swami would like if you all here, 22 of us, would like to ask a question. Just raise your hand and I'll unmute you if you'd like to ask him a question. So, is there anybody here that would like to do that? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
You can ask a question, you can raise an argument. I don't care. Whatever it is.
Rachel, come on, you're always outspoken. What
You
would
can
you
ask
like
about
to ask?
pilgrimage, anything you want.
Yes, about anything you'd like. Mindy, come on, you're smiling such a big, beautiful smile. Would you like to ask Swami a question? Joanne, Juanita, come on, Rachel, Raquel. Oh, you're always outspoken, Rachel. I
I
know
always have a
that.
problem finding the mute button.
Oh,
Okay,
Mindy. Oh, dear
there,
Mindy.
there she is. That's Mindy.
Hi.
Oh, dear.
Hi, Swami. Always wonderful to see you. Thank you for
Oh, good to be with
appearing
you,
with us
Mindy.
today.
Oh.
A question. Um, yeah, I really related to what you just said about practicing the principles because every time I turn on the television or my phone and the first thing that comes on is somebody's face I don't want to see and I get aggravated.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then the song comes to mind, Que sera, sera, you know, whatever will be. And the future is not ours to see. And then that kind of calms me down a little bit because I'm not in control. I'm not in control of this world. I can only control what I do right here and now. And you said to stay present in the moment. And I totally agree with that because sometimes I future trip or, you know, or just get involved in stuff in my head that is not healthy, about the world situation and I just have to keep my little corner of the world as good as I can keep it with the people that I know and love and deal with on a daily basis and just be as kind and loving and giving and taking and whatever as I can be today, right here and now. And I can't fix what's going on in other countries. I can't fix what's going on in other areas of this country. I can only do what I can do here and now and be the best that I can be to those I see. That's just what I can do. And, I'm very fortunate. I'm very, very fortunate and blessed that my job that I get paid for and get not just money, but get um so much back
Accolades. Yes,
is
you get
giving out
accolades.
to people, giving out joy to people. I had a lady come up to me last night at my gig, and she said to me, "My brother-in-law died a week ago, and I haven't seen my husband smile until tonight." You know, that's what I get at my job. That's what I get. I mean, sure, I'm going to get paid, but that comment that lady made is what I can bring to this world. And I'm so grateful to be able to do that. Thanks.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you, Mindy.
Swami, Mindy, just for you to know, is an entertainer, which you probably figured, and she works this, all over Hollywood and this state of ours, and she is wonderful, and that's what she was trying to say to you.
The reason
And
that people love entertainment is it takes them out of their mind. It takes them out of the conditioned mind. And that is exactly what the practice is. That's the practice of Raja Yoga. It is to center ourselves in, we could use the word love, and love is a real thing. It is not of the world. It is a real, eternal thing. It is absolute. The Dalai Lama was asked to define love, and he gave a one-word answer. The one-word answer was acceptance.
hmm,
The heart, the center of you, in the center of you is absolute acceptance. Your conscience, which is God in you. The conscience accepts everyone, no matter what they believe. It is our conditioned mind, which some would call the fleshly nature, which divides, which which separates, which judges, which creates good and bad, right and wrong, the one
yes.
I like and the one that I hate. That's not done in the heart, not the center of the heart. That's done in the mind. And so we're not trying to make the mind out to be an enemy, but it behaves as one until we have trained it to accept.
So
And
true.
what are we doing? We are practicing acceptance of what we do not have control over and
Yes.
focus, practice, training, upliftment of what we do. And what I have control over is my inner world, the capacity to dedicate my inner life to the service of the absolute love, to accept what happens and open my heart to it. And yes, it's hard. But I don't feel like we came here for any reason other than to have a hard life so that we could have a good life, so that we could have a godly life, so that we could be an upliftment to ourselves and to others. And dear Mindy, what you share is beautiful because what you're sharing is touching hearts and helping us each to be free of this dictator, wannabe dictator, which is not out there. It's here. Yes, dear.
Yes.
It's here. It's what we call the ego sense, the I, me, mine. You know, the last song that the Beatles recorded, and if you haven't heard it, I encourage you to listen to it. The last song, George Harrison wrote it, I, me, mine. And it is an ode to this all through the day, all through the night. I'm having to live with this worldview, this opinion of everything. There's a wannabe dictator that's calling out all the bad folks and refusing to love them, refusing to allow them to be loved. But what is love? It's simply wishing others well.
Yes.
We have a lot of mental dis-ease right now. Dis-ease means dis-ease, not at ease, you know, it's mental dis-ease. And most everyone is suffering from it. It's not different than cancer. Why can we be a well-wisher for the one who has cancer and not the one who's suffering from anger? That's why we say it's practice. It's about practice.
What a great answer. That's beautiful. Yes, it is practice. And I myself can see sometimes when I get upset with things in this world that I don't listen to my heart. And yes,
And then it gets
beautiful
worse.
answer. It is.
Yeah.
It is acceptance. That is the answer to everything. Roz, you have that paper somewhere about acceptance, don't you? Is it near? Do you have it near? No, not this minute. There's a wonderful, Roz, no, turn on your mic. Turn off your
The
mic.
answer to all my problems today, anything I find unacceptable in a person, place, or thing, the answer to all my problems today is just that one word, acceptance.
Yes.
Acceptance.
Yes,
To the extent we walk around and say, I can't accept this, we are creating terrible suffering within ourselves,
yes,
and we're abdicating the opportunity that we have to do what we actually can do, which is to touch the heart in myself. And when I touch the heart in myself, I will touch the heart in all.
yes. Beautiful. Is there anyone else? Ella, hey, you have a question for Swami? Om Shanti.
I'm just grateful. Every word just landed where I needed it. Thank you. Also, I was typing really quickly. Now I just say it. Is it possible to ask our beautiful dear Mindy to sing all through the day, I'll be mine. And I think that would be wonderful.
She will sing at a drop of a bucket. She will sing, right,
Mindy, if you
Mindy?
know it, oh my goodness, please.
Can you? Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
She's trying to unmute herself.
I know, there she goes. There.
The tablet does not always cooperate with me. If you hang on 1 second, I want to get my guitar.
We will.
While she does that, I'm going to just advertise where Swami will be and when. He will be in my apartment a week from this Thursday night at 7 p.m. I'm taking RSVPs so we don't get overloaded. And he will be at the Dania Beach Library on Saturday, the 15th at 10:30 in the morning, and at Ganga's Peace Place at 5 p.m. on Saturday, March 15th. I have all of that in writing. I think I sent it to all of you already. And he will be in Hallandale on Monday night at 7. We have one library and 3 private homes. The reason I love bringing Swami here is because he really walks the talk, and just being in his presence of unconditional love and his example and sample of turning away from the businessman life that he had and focusing on the inner life, I find it very, very uplifting for myself and others. This is about our 8th year of bringing Swami to the South Florida area so we can be inspired. He was inspired by Peace Pilgrim. You can go on YouTube and look at some of her interviews. She walked over 25 years coast to coast with 3 things in her pocket: a comb, a pen, and a toothbrush. Never asking for food, only eating when food was offered. I can't even think of doing it once. Now, Swami did do it once. He did follow in her footsteps. Now he's driving, thank goodness. Okay, Mindy, are you ready with that song?
Yes, she is.
Okay, this is a song that I wrote about 4.5 years ago, before, not this last election, but the one before that, because we were home a lot during the pandemic. I had time to write. You know, there's been a lot of arguing going on in this country. In fact, it's become quite polarized. People are becoming enemies instead of friends because they're arguing about stuff they shouldn't argue about. So let's stick to music on that we both agree. I like hearing you and you like hearing me. The rest of the subjects must remain taboo. If you are friends with me, and I am with you. Now we spoke politics. We're both of the fence. I like Sleepy Joe, while you like Trump and Pence. A difference of opinion would keep us far apart. I want you in my life, you're deep within my heart. So let's stick to music on that we both agree. I like hearing you and you like hearing me. The rest of the subjects must remain taboo. If you are friends with me and I am friends with you. Now we speak of the pandemic. I don't even want to ask. You won't get a vaccine or even wear a mask. You say that it's a hoax, yet folks are dropping dead. Sometimes I think you're cuckoo or just out of your head. So let's stick to music on that we both agree. I like hearing you and you like hearing me. The rest of the subjects must remain taboo. If you are friends with me and I am friends with you. See what I mean?
Yes. Thank you, Mindy. You're always ready to entertain us, and we love it. Thank you. It's true. Let's stick to music.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the way to music is part of my life because my husband was a singer. So it's always the way I find peace. I can turn on something and I'll feel much better by listening to music. Thank you, Mindy.
You're welcome.
Let's
Mainly,
what did
I think that just
Could I offer something? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
go
I
ahead.
think that my personal message in that song is that I might not like what you say or think, but we can still love each other. That's the gist of the song.
Oh,
You know, we don't have to agree on every topic, but we can still love each other.
oh,
You're right.
thank you, Mindy.
You're
Beautiful.
right. You're absolutely right. Thank
Good,
you.
good.
Thank you. Sweet Mindy is always ready. Whenever we ask her to do a song, she is always ready, dear Swami. She's maybe you'll come to Raz's when our Swami is there, and that would be wonderful. And you get to meet him and talk to him too.
Beautiful.
Let's take a pause for a minute and do a meditation, okay? Let's just settle in and settle quietly down. If I can get it to do it. Okay. Not working today. It's not going to do it today for me. So it insists on, okay. Okay. Oh, we did that already. Okay.
For this meditation, we have come together, meditated, and sent out a powerful intention that all who view this should be blessed. Find a time to be alone. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose to the count of 3 and exhale through your mouth to the count of 4. As you do this, feel a sense of calm begin to spread through your body. Now we simply wish you to receive our blessing. Imagine a clear, pure light descending upon you, flowing through the crown of your head, right down through your chest, your stomach, down to your knees and feet. There is no beginning and no end to this energy. Let it flow. We send you the blessing of peace. We send you the blessing of love. We send you the blessing of health. We send you the blessing of hope. We send you the blessing of abundance. We send you the blessing of miracles in your life. Let these blessings melt into your mind, spirit, and body with the light. Let them take root and grow within you. Peace, love, health, hope, abundance, miracles. Say to yourself as you bask in radiance, I am blessed. Peace, love, health, hope, abundance, miracles. Continue to absorb these blessings as the music plays. When the music fades, open your eyes and continue with your life, holding these blessings within you. Come back to this meditation whenever you wish, because the blessing will be present each time.
Oh, Shanti. I know that was a little bit soft to hear. Welcome, Marilyn. You're with us today with our very special guest, our Swami friend. And don't forget that at Raz's house on what's the date, Raz? Wait, I have it right here. On March 13th, Swami will be at Raz's, and you'll be able to, if you live in this area, you'll be able to come and meet him. Is there anyone else there that would like to ask our Swami a question? Okay, Nadine.
Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. I have a little something to say before I ask my question. So I've learned to forgive myself and others endlessly, as I love without judgment or preconceived notions. My inner peace is of the utmost importance to me, as life has dealt me quite the hand. I don't believe in fear or doubt. I don't care about the hows and whys, because I know that God is fully in control, and I've fully surrendered my life to Him. My question is, why the sudden anxiety that I have when I have zero fears, doubts? I would love to know why I'm getting anxiety. Maybe you can answer this question for me, my dear Swami.
Dear Nadine. Why do you suppose it's your anxiety?
I am going through some pretty serious health issues, but I'm not scared, so I don't understand where this anxiety is coming from.
Is there anxiety around?
Oh, wow, yes, there is. As in, around my home, and like it's someone that's in my home.
When we try to live a separate life and have my peace, we cut ourselves off. And the Lord does not wish for us to cut ourselves off. So we're experiencing, whether anxiety is within the psyche or outside of the psyche, we're having an experience here. I could say for a moment, as Peace Pilgrim did and does, Peace would be asked, how old are you? And she would laugh. She would say, oh, I'm so grateful not to have to count anymore. And she would go on to say, I am not this body. This body is the clay shell. I am that which animates the body. And so I am timeless and in radiant health.
I love this. Thank you.
And so we have experiences here, and the experiences are many. As we open up to life, we've taken the approach of trying to compartmentalize our life and make the life about what I like and don't like, what I want and don't want, what I can accept and what I can't accept. We try this, but it doesn't work, dear. And so life will make us to open to it, to the great life, to what we call the Lord also. Lord and life are not different, not other than each other. There's one life, and we share in the one life. We're not actually separate from it. We don't actually have my life and your life. There's one life. And what happens is as we open and become more of a channel for the divine virtues, but it requires practice. It requires this constant centering and constant striving to practice love in the face of that which had brought fear to me, or anger to me, or hatred to me, right? That which had caused me to lose my mind. Now I wish to sublimate my mind and make of my mind a servant of the Lord or of love, then I open. And as I open, I will experience all that is experienced here. And yet I am experiencing it. I am not actually it. So I can experience ill health in the body, but does that have to affect me? I can experience anxiety around me, but does that have to affect me? In other words, will that cause me to take a different practice, or will I stay with the practice of centering in love?
100% stay with centering in love.
Okay, so experiences will arise. Let them. You don't have to control the experience in order to be peace.
Right.
Yeah, even the mental experiences. Still the course for us is to center ourselves in the peace that is.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much.
Shanti, thank you, dear.
Beautiful. Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to ask a question, or anyone else on the line here? Well, I see that Marcel is not here. He's in North Carolina. He usually ends our our uh, weekly class. And because North Carolina had such terrible fires, and
Oh,
it's considered a disaster area. Joanne, I know you're here and you're in North Carolina or South. Are you,
I'm in, excuse me, I'm in North Carolina. And in
yeah,
fact, we've been kind of surrounded by fires, but none has come closer than a couple of miles away.
wow.
So yeah, and in South Carolina, I think they're dealing with over 100 fires, wildfires. We had one right down the street and then one right around the corner, about a mile and a half down around the corner. And this is very rural. This is a very rural neighborhood. So there's just mountains and 2-lane winding roads. So it's when you get caught in a fire, there's no place to go.
Well, I
But
want you to stay safe
yeah.
and stay, as Swami says, stay centered in your heart for peace and love and light. so that you will get through this difficult time there in North Carolina. So let's see who we have here. Well, Roz, will you end for us because Marcel is not here? And remind everybody. Well, I'm sorry, Swami. Yes.
No, I just want to share. This just came across my feed and I laughed as I saw it because it's a direct quote from Peace Pilgrim. It's very short. I just wanted to share it.
Yes, please do.
She says, when you look at things emotionally, you will not see them clearly. When you perceive things spiritually, you will understand.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. How true. Everybody loves that. Thank you, Swami. Anybody here in South Florida, near where Roz lives, and anyone there? We can't hear that, Roz.
You can't hear it?
No. But just that was beautiful what Swami shared with us. And remember, on the 13th of the month, which is a week from this week, next Thursday night, Swami will be at Roz's home. So we'll be able to meet him in person, share with him, and be with him, which is always such a beautiful, beautiful pleasure. Aile, is it possible for you to say something to us?
I've just unmuted myself, but you can hear my voice is barely a scratch.
Yes.
So I'm sorry that I couldn't participate more fully, but it was wonderful to be here with all of you. I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity to be in South Florida at the same time as you. And of course, thank you so much to Etta and Roz for this wonderful work that you continue to share in the world. Can you hear
Thank
me?
you, my dear. Yes, we hear you loud
Yes.
and clear, even for what you're suffering with right now. Remember, it's the body, not
Yes,
the mind.
that's true.
Yes, of course, of course. So, Roz, share a word for us.
No, I was trying to play a video called Let There Be Light by Milan. I've sent it already to many of you. I will send it to everybody on the Zoom. And she's suggesting that we practice for 30 days in a row this 10-minute meditation to move out of the fear and into the love. It's a beautiful, beautiful meditation. I was trying to play it through the thing. Etta, maybe we could end. We have some people who weren't on at the very beginning with the song that you selected for the week. Can we just close out with that song? And while you're bringing that up, I just want to restate, we have 3 private homes. We have my home, Ganga's home, and Meredith's home. And all of you should have been sent those dates. And we have the Dania Beach Library on Saturday morning, the 15th of March, Ides of March. So ending out with what the world needs now. That's the bottom line. And that's something all of us can donate every minute with every breath.
And thank you again, dear Swami. You are so close to our hearts, and we love you. And the whole class here is so grateful that you shared with us.
I want to make a quick comment. Today is Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. So let the good times roll. I've got my beads on. Think a positive thought. Every day is a present. That's why every day, sorry, take 2. Every day is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So enjoy your present and let the good times roll.
Enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time.
It'll be Audrey's birthday next Monday. My baby will be 52. She'll be a deck of cards. Thank y'all from Southern California.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some,
That's a deck of cards.
everyone. another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know. There's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love.
I have one word, couple words to share with you. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you are the world. Thank you all. Thank you, my dear friend Swami, and everybody who, even though the code was wrong, write it down in your heart now so we have it corrected. And we'll be back next week. I love you all. You know that. And I am so grateful for your patience, your blessings,
And
your love, and everything else you share with us. And thank you, Swami.
Put your hand down.
Om Shanti. Say it with me.
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
I love you. Stay well, stay happy, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
I wanted to say something.
Peace. Peace.
Don't forget to
in your
change your
heart.
clock. If you don't change your clock, you'll be an hour late.
You're right. That's exactly right. This weekend we put the clocks.
The day right
Put them
before my birthday.
forward.
That's how I remember.
Spring ahead. Spring ahead.
Spring ahead. That's right. Don't forget. Spring ahead on the weekend. Love you all. Stay well. Stay well. And
Peace.
stay happy
You too.
within the now.